Hi, I'm Bill Franklin, Director of SEO with DAC, and this is The Essential. Today we'll be discussing an upcoming algorithm update slated for release from Google in May. Known as the Core Web Vitals update, this focuses primarily around page speed and stability of page elements. There are three primary criteria that comprise the Core Web Vitals update. The first is loading. How long does it take for the largest portion of content on your page to load? Google is looking for this to occur under 2.5 seconds. Next up is interactivity. Basically, Google is looking at the amount of time it takes from when a user first starts loading a page to when they can actually interact with the page elements. And finally is visual stability. At this phase, Google is evaluating how much page elements are shifting and how often during the time that a user is viewing your website page. Although the update is right around the corner, there is still time to take action. We recommend three things to prevent any negative impact. The first, if you haven't done so already, be sure to run an audit of your site's Core Web Vitals. Tools are available for free from Google directly within their Search Console, as well as publicly available outside of there through the Page Speed Insights tool. Both will give you information regarding if you are showing as a pass or fail on this metric, as well as specific actions that can be taken to address on your site. Second, if you do have any page speed or layout shift improvements that have been slated for a later date, now is an excellent time to address those. Again, there are three primary metrics Google is looking at: the largest contentful paint, cumulative layout shift, and first input delay. Be sure to prioritize those above other page speed recommendations or fixes, as those are going to be the most impactful and relevant to this update. It should be expected that if you're performing well for these metrics, you will receive a benefit to your overall rankings. It is worth noting that you will need to score well for all three, as Google is not evaluating them independently, but as a cumulative score to indicate your overall page experience. Finally, while there is no direct penalty that has been announced, it is worth noting if your competition is performing well for these and receiving the rankings boost, that could result in a decrease in visibility for you as well. Third, if you're already performing well for these metrics, it still is a great time to begin user experience improvements. These have been at the core of Google's algorithm updates in the recent years and are likely to continue that trend. If you have found any areas where users have a poor experience or are commonly dropping off from your site, this would be a great time to start addressing those and remaining ahead of the future algorithm changes. By placing an audience-centric approach to SEO, generally you can remain ahead of these changes and not have to chase the algorithm. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Bill Franklin from DAC, and this was The Essential.